Hey guys, great to see you. Welcome to your accents workshop. Today we're going to be looking at the accent of people from England, but I need to say something important first of all, which is there is not one accent from England. There are many, many different accents within England. It's a country with a huge variety of accents, and they're all quite different from each other. Especially, there's a big difference between accents from the north of England and accents from the south. And today we're going to be focusing on one of the Southern English accents. Sometimes it's called received pronunciation, and that is my accent, a kind of standard Southern English accent. So if you want to sound a bit more English, or you simply want to understand people better when you come to England, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to be focusing on 3 different aspects of Southern English accents. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to look at is how we do not pronounce the R's in our words unless there is a vowel sound after. Let's have a look at an example. Look at this word. I pronounce it brother, brother. Notice how I pronounce the first R as an R, bra, ra, but I do not pronounce that final R at all, brother, brother. And that's because there is not a vowel sound after it. In fact, there is no sound. It's the last sound of the word. So let's have a look at a few more examples. In English, there are a lot of words with R's at the end. So let's start with those. Here are some examples. Singer, water, writer, builder, wear. And some examples where the R is in the middle of the word, but we still do not pronounce it. Listen carefully. Born, early, party, board, card. Can you see how we do not pronounce that R? Let's go through them again. This time I will pause after each word so you can repeat it after me. Singer, water, writer, builder, where, born, early, party, board, card. Okay, excellent job. Let's move on to our next aspect, which is how we pronounce our T's. There are 2 ways that we pronounce our T's. The first one is a full emphasized T, and the second one is called the glottal T, where we cut it completely. Let's have a look at an example. Look at this word. If I'm going to pronounce it with a full emphasized T, I would say city, city. So I really pronounce it as a T, city. And this accent is associated with speaking very correctly. Some people think it's quite posh or fancy, and it's part of that received pronunciation that I mentioned earlier. But the other way of pronouncing the T is like this, city, city. Quite different, right? See how I totally cut the T? And we use this in more informal situations. What happens is I actually have a little pause between the I and the final sound, city, city. And what happens is your vocal cords actually close up for a moment, city. All right, let's look at some examples. I'm going to pronounce each of these words in the 2 different ways. Listen carefully. Matter or matter. Little or little. Mate or mate. Water or water. Butter or butter. Wait or wait. Chat or chat. Computer or computer. Starter or starter. Bottle or bottle. Okay, so I'll go through them again. This time I'm going to pronounce all of the words with a fully emphasized T. Repeat after me. Matter, little, mate, water, butter, wait, chat, computer, starter, bottle. Okay, great. So if you want to speak very correctly, make sure you really pronounce those T's. But now let's look at the other way. Repeat after me. Matter, little, mate, water, butter, wait, chat, computer, starter, bottle. All right, excellent job. Okay, so let's move on to our last typical sound of a Southern English accent, which is the R sound. R. Repeat after me. R. R. We hear this sound a lot in a Southern English accent, such as in the word tomato. R. Tomato. Tomato. In the US, they say something like tomato, A, right? So they pronounce it differently, but we say R, tomato. And we can find this R in a lot of words, and they're pronounced differently than they pronounce it in a North American accent, for example. So let's have a look at some common words with the R. Grass, laugh, bath, last, far, star, father, spa, fast, after. Okay, this time repeat after me. Grass, laugh, bath, last, far, star, father, spa, fast, after. Okay, well done. Excellent job. So hopefully you've enjoyed this accents workshop, and don't forget to keep practicing your English accent.